What up, gang? Starting this week's episode of Skinny Guy Bulking in the trusty I-30 because we are on our way to Invigorate Health Club in Markula to get a body scan. I haven't got a body scan in about 4 months, so it'll be really interesting to see the progress that we've made over the past 4 months of bulking, especially since it was my first ever bulking cycle. And yeah, I've still got until like mid-June, so another 5-6 weeks of bulking left. So it's not over yet, but it's still just going to be good to see how we're tracking and, you know, how much muscle we've built. My goal for this year was to build up to 40 kilograms of skeletal muscle mass. That's the actual amount of muscle tissue that is hanging from my skeleton. So last time I got a scan, I had 33 kilos of skeletal muscle mass. So today we're going to find out just how much muscle mass I've actually put on over the past 4 months, and also fat mass as well. And we're going to get a body fat percentage reading, so it'll be really interesting. And yeah, I'm just going to pick up the camera when I've got the results. Alrighty guys, just by the way, I did end up getting that body scan, so we do have the results. I will go through a few of the results with you very shortly, but I am also going to do an in-depth review of those results in another video. So if you guys want to watch a longer version of that, make sure you keep your eyes peeled to the channel. But yeah, I decided you guys are going to come along with me for a leg day tonight. I haven't filmed a gym sesh in a while, so I thought, why not? And what better day to do it than leg day? Because for some reason, I feel like that just takes the pain away a little bit more. So yeah, we're going to head to the gym now. I've pretty much just gotten home from work and eaten some dinner. We're still eating about 3,200 calories at the moment, trying to get anywhere between 160 to 200 grams of protein. Sleep's been pretty good lately, so recovery's been on point, still training 5 days a week. And we've got about, I think, 6 weeks of the bulk left. And then we're going to be embarking on our second ever cutting cycle. So that'll be really fun. Looking forward to it. But yeah, for the meantime, the Skinny Kid Bulking series is still going to go ahead, so let's go to the gym.
Now I can finally be alone. Over and just give up. And let me cut you down already!
Sorry, can't do that. 'Cause I'm your one and only friend. That's what you said, right?
Alrighty, it's time for some good old leg extensions. Going for a new PR, level 8, which is pretty crazy considering I used to do it on like level 4. So that is how much progress I've made with my legs. That's crazy. Oh man, I hate leg curls, but I gotta do it anyway. That actually felt all right. I feel pretty good about going up in weight now. Leg curls has been something I'm struggling with. Basically, last week's leg day sesh as well, I actually did a training sesh with coach one-on-one. And basically we came to the conclusion that I wasn't training hard enough on legs. So I've actually reduced the rep range now. I'm training 10 to 12 instead of 12 to 15, and I'm lifting heavier. So it's actually been quite fun. You know, there's more than just one way to progressively overload. You can either overload your reps or overload your weight. And instead of overloading on the reps now, I'm overloading on weight. So it's been pretty fun. Been getting to lift a little bit heavier. And yeah, we're gonna keep smashing it out. Yo, let me know if anyone else out there relates to this. But I find it so difficult to mentally lock in when you're on your last exercise of your workout. I'm so exhausted, and honestly, my attention span is just shot. So I've only got 3 sets left of these calf raises, and then I'm done. Alrighty guys, that's going to be it for this leg workout, but the vlog's going to still continue, so I'll see you guys tomorrow when I'm in the studio with the body scan results. Alrighty, so I know the timeline of this video is a bit messed up. I know I said earlier I was going to film the little breakdown bit, but nevertheless, we're here. We have the body scan here, and we're just going to go through a few of the key metrics that we're tracking when considering our bulk. Well, I've actually got 2 body scans. These 2 were 4 months apart, so I've got one that was taken at the very end of our cut and one now taken towards the end of our bulk. We do still have about 5 weeks left of the bulk, but it's good to track every now and then just to see how you're going in kind of 3 or 4 month blocks, so that you're not spending too long and not knowing if you're getting good results or not. So that's what we're going to find out today. Now, I am only going to go through a few of the key metrics, so if you guys want to see a more in-depth breakdown style video, I will be releasing one probably next week for next week's video. It'll probably be about 10-15 minutes of breaking down literally everything that it gives you in here, because you do get quite a bit of information. But for the meantime, let's just have a look. Starting off with probably, you know, the most generic sort of thing that everyone kind of goes by when they're on the bulk, and that's weight. So in this particular body scan, I weighed in at 78.4. Now keep in mind, I was wearing a hoodie and I was wearing clothes for this body scan, so that will add a little bit of weight. Technically for my weigh-in this week, I weighed 77.4. So, but that doesn't really matter. Now the other important metrics we want to look at is the skeletal muscle mass and body fat percentage. So our skeletal muscle mass measured in at 37.4 kilograms, and our body fat percentage, we're currently sitting at 16.7%. So even though I do notice the visual effects of going up to this higher percentage of body fat, technically this is still considered a pretty healthy body weight for the average male, and it's very different to what you see on social media. Everyone you see on social media is running around at single-digit body fat, or even up to 10%, 10, 11, 12%. You know, everyone gets more clicks and more views if you have the shredded six-pack. But if you're on a bulk, don't be afraid to go over 15%, as long as you keep it nice and controlled. So I'd say my max that I'm going to go up to is probably 18%. But you'd be surprised, this is actually a pretty healthy body weight despite what you see on social media. And so jumping back to the skeletal muscle mass at 37.4, that is actually pretty good, because in our last body scan, our skeletal muscle mass was 33 kilos. So over the past 4 months, I have put on 4.4 kilos of skeletal muscle mass. You know, according to Google, the average guy can put on up to 1 kilo of muscle mass per month. So this means I am right on track to building a pretty good physique. And this makes me pretty happy to just continue with what I've been doing over the next few months. And I'll just continue to build that same level of muscle. Yeah, other than that, there's just a few metrics that are like slightly more detailed, which I'll go over in the breakdown video. For example, it gives you all the circumferences of your different muscles, so you can see, so you can actually see like how much your muscles grew. You can see your fat distribution as well, so it tells you like how much fat is actually stored in your body. And it gives you a few other metrics as well, but I won't go too into it. And even just overall on this Skinny Boy Bulks journey, I know you guys have only seen about 4 episodes. These episodes span out over, I think, the 4 months that I've been doing it. I started this series like pretty much right off my cut. I think the first ever video we weighed in at about 64, 65. And yeah, well, this week I weighed in at 77.4, so quite a big difference. And I've even had a few people say that they can see a visual difference from the first episode and to this episode, obviously including the hair growth as well, because we haven't gotten a haircut. But yeah, feeling pretty happy with the progress so far. So yeah, we got some results to back it all up, and I'll probably get another body scan at the end of the bulk, so in another 4 or 5 weeks time. But yeah, that's going to be it for this episode of Skinny Boy Bulks. I believe in the next episode I'm going to show you guys a little bit of the holiday that's coming up. I'm just going away for 2 nights. It's going to be like a nice goal setting sort of retreat. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys a bit of that, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.